From the developers that turned Stockholm Syndrome into a gameplay feature comes a return to the Gran Turismo of mecha games that finally let you fulfill your lifelong desire of playing a bullet hell as a robot with a garbage truck-sized dumpy. Armored Core 6. Assault boost into From Software's generation-spanning series about being inside a giant metal man. Games that were exclusively played by robo-weebs and people who enjoy having a wrist injury, and reviled by reviewers because they asked you to learn things. Now finally given the benefit of a doubt after their developers made several of the best games in the last decade and a half. Then get your ass beat like a conga drum once more, as they bring back their signature repeatedly kick you in the balls philosophy of gameplay that even being in a 3-story death machine won't save you from. Turns out getting slammed in the baby makers by a foot the size of a subway train sucks pretty bad. Dive into the fires of Rubicon, because it's not just intense mech fighting they want you to struggle with, they want you to struggle with the story too, as Armored Core 6 invests you in the story in the most engaging way possible. Waveforms. Hey, it worked for Metal Gear. Sadly, no bisexual vampires or dudes made of bees in this one though. Then sortie into Rubicon 6 as you explore locations that cover every shade of the apocalypse spectrum, from Grey Dead City, barren white Snowpiercer apocalypse, to Sandstorm Mad Max apocalypse. Hey, is Loki hanging out here anywhere? As you uncover the mystery behind the Coral and the Convergence through a series of disembodied voices that will make you choose which faction you'll side with to get the different endings in a story about the nature of consciousness, greed, and existentialism, which I'm sure everyone will have some British YouTube guy tell them about in a few months. Okay, look, it's hard to care about the lore when you're having a mini seizure dodging a million missiles. Customize your core to make it exactly like your favorite anime mech, except Zone of Enders, because we haven't yet found one where your mech has a penis. Well, except maybe this one. As you mix and match parts to balance speed, armor, and power. Or just equip all the tank parts and load up with an edible arrangement made of bazookas, because the right build can make all the difference between a cakewalk or a decade-long death march, as you spend more time building a mech in your garage than actually playing the game, and then even more time in the middle of a mission when the boss gently hands you your entire colon. Not that I'm saying that's a bad thing, because this is definitely the sweaty gamer's version of playing Barbie fashion dress-up. And I look fabulous! Blast, splash, and explode your robot opponents in the series' classic frenetic gameplay that makes roll dodging look like a 6-year-old in karate class, as you buzz around the combat area like a fly with a vicious cocaine habit, while trying to land a hit on a constantly moving target, and simultaneously not getting too shot by the ridiculous melee weapons. Then get ready to learn from the School of Hard Knocks once again, as you painfully learn the boss's patterns and gimmicks, swapping out different weapons and parts in the hopes of literally anything sticking in the gameplay From Software has become known for, stomping you furiously in the face until you finally learn something. I hope From Software will foot the bill for the obscene amount of therapy I'll need after this. And I just got over Radon 2. So slap on your dumbest looking headpiece and reverse joint those legs for a series that, despite a little bit of New Soul's DNA, mostly dodge boosting, more boss fight emphasis, and robot Estus flasks, has already kicked ass for basically its entire history. But you're finally willing to give it a shot now that you've played 5,000 hours of Elden Ring and worship Hideki Miyazaki like a pagan god. But hey, better late than never, because if people actually buy this one, maybe they'll actually keep making more of these, and I won't have to cry myself to sleep hugging my Kurosawa laser rifle body pillow every night anymore. Starring. Scanning the giant levels constantly to find hidden parts that barely exist, running out of energy while you're over the bottomless pit, strafing behind cover right when you fire all your good stuff and hitting only building, farming that one level over and over until you can afford a new part. You know the one.
Just wanted to call sign of my own.
Having your eyes glaze over while you try to parse the extended stat screen, trying desperately just to meet your EN and load requirement, foregoing better parts because it would make your mech ugly, trying not to use songbirds, then going right back to songbirds, being that weeaboo that just uses the moonlight blade, unsuccessfully, giving in to the meta and just using 2 shotguns, countering the meta by building a guy with all the missiles, making a fun mech with some neat gimmick weapons, stubbornly trying to make your gimmick work despite getting absolutely destroyed by Shotgun Guy, and that psychopath that just wants to fist. Asp Crunched 6 Gundam Wing. Hey, from Soft, if you do make more of these, I'm gonna need like 200 more arena fights in the next one. There's nothing like taking down a death machine called Omega Killer, piloted by some guy named Buttstuff Ted. Come on, Daddy needs more temporary tattoos. Comment below on what you want to hear in my epic voice, and check out these other epic gaming videos on GameSpot. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. If you value your life, be somewhere else. It would be a shame to get blood all over my nice new outfit. What do you think, Bat Brain? Mario is going to do something very illegal.